This is a Freedom Trade House production. This frequency of a 528 hertz brings transformation, an increased amount of love energy, clarity of mind, awareness, activated creativity, and inner peace. Trading affirmations. I live an abundant life. I attract money. I deserve to be rich. I have more wins than losses. I trade with confidence and clarity. I am grateful. I am consistently in profit. Forex is fun.
Okay, we're live again. Today is Friday, the 6th day of September, and we're looking at trading NFP. The market is actually giving its move, and we're trying to have a quick discussion about it. And together with me, I have a lot of superstars, my inner circle traders, right? The inner circle traders inside of the room on this live stream with us today. So let's have a quick discussion. What's your take? I think Kiran is here, right? Is Kiran on the call?
Yeah, I'm on call, Sam. I'm on call.
Okay. So we're going to be having some discussion. We're going to be having, if you missed it, don't worry. By 2 p.m., there's going to be another move. Okay? All right.
Sure.
So what's your take about your experience with the news today? We were all on the Zoom live, and we identified the market. Prior to this, I said the market was going to go for a straight up buy. And when I came in front of the chart, when I came in, I saw that it had a setup for a sell first. According to the strategy that we trade, I've taught you guys the strategy for trading the news already. So I'm not going to start, announcing it in public. So those on YouTube will not get this premium information. So according to the strategy, we saw that price was going to dump. And immediately, right, we had the dump. The market started dumping. And as soon as it dumped, it came to a particular level and took some support. And after it took that support, it had an aggressive pump to the top side. So today's NFP is quite different from last month's NFP. You can see price has done a total of 211 pips, right? Price has done a total of 211 pips from the deep, okay, which is relatively the particular number of pips that we tend to look at for on NFP. On NFP, the movement we tend to look for a swing of 200 pips or more. So price actually came downwards and then rallied to the top side. So Kiran, can we have a quick discussion on this subject matter of today's news? What's your take? And also, I'm going to be having the discussion with you all. I can see Prince of Value, Israel Banner, Wilson. I can also see Zarubi. Okay, we're just going to be having a quick discussion on this. And this is currently streamed on YouTube live. So the whole YouTube community can actually see this conversation now. So let's hear from you. Are you disposed to talk now?
Yes, Sam. Before that the candlestick, I was actually on the market watching the setup. So I saw the last candlestick that actually dumped and immediately was rejected. What I noticed was it gave a morning star on the 30-minute time frame. But now it took me out because I never expected price to go that deep. At the opening of the candlestick with the news. So on the 30-minute candlestick, see, there's a doji candlestick.
Yes, the one right here.
So I was actually looking at the close of this candle because initially I was anticipating for a buy. So my confirmation was just to get the close of this candle and then I would take a buy. But I never anticipated that price would come this deep and kicked me out. So that's what happened. But it's good though. learn from mistakes.
Absolutely. And I think the reason why I had all of these delays in trying to set up, and I think it's a good thing at the end of the day. Most of us didn't bother taking the setup because the truth is, if we're going to take the setup, a lot of people will be stopped out first. You understand? Because trust me, you want to do your ta and price dropped 80 pips. 80 pips against you going full margin from this point is definitely knocking you off the market. So it took people out first, and the next thing it pumped towards the top side, just like CPI. And that's quite some experience. Let's hear from one of the ladies in the house. 𝗲𝗲𝗰𝗍, what do you think about it? By the way, she was the one that brought it to my notice that price was going to sell. 𝗲𝗲𝗰, are you here? Is she active?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
Yes, I'm
please.
here.
Now, first of all, I have to give you some accolades. Okay, I give you some accolades because when I asked what's your bias, you were the first person that spoke, and you gave us the concept that, hey, market is going to be going bearish. You're looking for a sell. However, myself, I had told us that we're going to be looking for a buy. Okay, now, what do you think about this experience? Unlike the past 4 months, for the past 4 months that we've been trading NFP, we've been getting it right, and price has been going one direction. All right, price had been going just one direction. So what's your take? What's your take on this?
Honestly, I didn't expect a move like this.
Okay.
I was really, I don't even know what I was saying. I just don't know what I was saying because I incurred some loss.
Okay.
So actually, I was expecting it to sell.
Okay.
I've already placed my sell limit.
Okay.
And it came down, no.
It clicked it.
But it went up and it took me out.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I didn't expect this move. I was expecting it to go one way, like how it normally used to do before.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So now, with our previous experience in trading the news, in comparison, what's your take? What's your take? Is this something that you're still going to show up next time to trade the news again? Like, how are you accepting the outcome? How are you accepting the outcome? Or will I say, how are you dealing with the outcome of the news today? You said, Sunny?
Are you asking everyone or just 𝗲𝗲𝗰?
Yes, let me put it up to everybody, but let's start with 𝗲𝗲𝗰. 𝗲𝗲𝗰 after you, then every other person can speak.
So I didn't get what you're saying.
So I said,
it's a big nonsense.
Okay, I said with the experience of our previous NFP news that we've been taking and making profits, and today's own, how are you accepting it? Are you like, oh, this shit, I can't trade this anymore? Or you're like, when it comes to NFP, another news, I'm still going to show up. How are you doing this?
No, I'll keep on showing up. I will never give up.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
I'll never give up.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's great. That's what I want to hear. Sunny, tell us about your experience.
And also, I will now be following what you said, because if I have placed the buy limit, as I've been in profit now,
Yes.
so I will not be depending on my own analysis again.
Absolutely. Now, let me give you guys something sweet about today's own. If you had placed the buy limit, according to what I said above here, right? After this movement, although price came here to trigger here and started going back, we definitely cut off. If you had placed it, price was going to trigger exactly here on all brokers. It would trigger here because that initial spike did not take place in this upward direction. The initial spike took place towards the downward side. Okay, so if you had this, you could have collected a few pips. Let's say from this point to this top, you could have collected 90 pips still, right? You could have collected 90 pips profit, and you'll be closing out on that. So let's hear from you, Sunny. What is your what you have to say with respect to the news today?
I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame, and for some reason I'm kind of agreeing with Zarubi. It looks like there's a lot of liquidity lying below.
Downstairs, yeah.
Just before the previous bullish move on August 16 on the 4 hour.
Okay.
There's one long bullish move, and price has refused to tap into that zone that actually caused bullish move for a very long time. So
okay,
it looks like a lot of resting liquidity below. But I mean, the market is the market.
Absolutely, absolutely, the market is the market. And let me give you guys something. The reason why I actually thought that NFP was going to be bullish is if you look at the dollar index, you see the market is in a strong bearish movement. Let's look at DXY, and DXY was actually approaching a daily time frame order block. So this is it. This is what I'm talking about. So earlier today I saw that price was coming into this order block, and price had been around here. It had not gotten there yet. So my speculation was this market is going to dump, and most likely it is going to break this zone, because I don't see it as something too strong, because there's somewhere that is much stronger. At the bottom here we have a demand zone here which is much stronger. So I'm looking at this as some kind of weak support, and you can see price actually broke the support point here. This is the support point. Price broke it before, created some bullish engulfing and rallied, but the rally turned out to be a retracement, and the retracement turned out to be I think a 50% retracement of the previous swing low. Let's take from here down to this point. It turned out to be about 50%. Yes, you can see it about 0.5. So price looking there tells us that, okay, there's a potential move for DXY to come down to this point and so on. So it gave me a clue that, all right, we should be expecting further dump on the DXY with respect to NFP. And because we'll be looking for bearish market on NFP, I had more reasons to look for a bullish market on XAUUSD. Since we'll be looking for bearish market on DXY, that is dollar index, we should be looking for a bullish market on the gold market. And also looking at gold for today, we can see, studying candlestick patterns, yesterday's candle gave us an aggressive bull movement. This one we see here. And today, price had already attempted retesting close to, let's see, 382 to 50% of yesterday's swing. So let's do that together, please. Let's do that together, everybody. We're going to look at the candle, putting in our Fibonacci, connecting to here. You can see this is the 382 of yesterday. So what price did was to come down to touch the 50% of yesterday's swing. So having completed that, it had a way of filling up the liquidity that's on this downside and continuing bullish. So on the long term, I'm expecting price, which is XAUUSD, to break this supply zone, to break this all-time high and go even beyond that. That's what I'm expecting from the market. Because as you can see, look at the structure of the market very clearly, right? Look at it. You can see price gave us a pump, impulse to this particular point, retraced, tested this point, this zone where we had as a resistance zone before, came back up, came back here to test it again, and it is creating more momentum to the top side. So I'm expecting price to actually break this supply zone and go even further. But for the news, the reason why I think, like when I came into the chart and I told us, okay, before I came into the chart, before I go down in the time frame, we're all going to be going for buys, right? We're going to be buying the news. But the moment I opened the chart and I looked at the 3 minutes, I looked at the 1 minute, and I saw those bullish candles, I was like, guys, I think I said, guys, let's use pending orders, right? Because I knew it was buying prior to the news, which is the rule that we actually follow, one of the rules. And since it was buying, it's expected that there will be a reverse movement to the downside, you know, and you can see price dumped about 90 pips before finally rallying to the top side. So that's quite some experience with the news. Now, what do you think in general, with all of these things happening, what is your take on USD as a particular currency? You can see on the DXY, we can see that USD has actually been in a strong bear. Do you guys have any suggestion, any thoughts on the reason why US dollar is actually depreciating? Over the past weeks, we've been having a bear market on US dollar. What's your take on that, guys? Anybody can speak. Who wants to take it up?
Yeah, I think possibly you could come down to retest this 100, right? What's that number there?
Yeah, that's about 99.6.
Yeah, then go back up, or you could just start moving. I think it has swept that liquidity already.
Okay.
Previous inducement. Market might have taken it already. So there's high probability of it moving up or coming back to retest that 100, then go back up straight.
Okay, so in a nutshell, if price closes below this particular candle, if it gives us any low below this candle, it totally invalidates the structure of a bullish harami. You know the harami pattern, right? Yeah, it invalidates the structure of the bullish harami, and that will give us an indication that from here we'll be having a bull run to the top side from next week. This is the weekly time frame on the XY, so we could be having a bull movement. But if it closes anywhere close, if it closes down below here inside of this point, then next week I think price is going to be dumping even further to this particular point, because as you can see, take a look at the market on the weekly chart. There's a lot of room for price to get to this bottom here. There's quite some room down here. Can you all see it? Can you all see it? There's still some room here, unless it wants to take support and start going back up and attempt a double top here. But trust me, we're looking at price creating up some reactions to this particular downside. Do you agree on that? Okay, that's fine. Zarabi, you want to say something on that?
Oh, no.
Okay, that's fine. So we're going to be looking out for the reaction of price by 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is in the next 6 minutes. I'm going to be looking out for the reaction of price by 2 p.m. And with that, we're going to be taking up some setups. And when we take that, I think we're just going to take 2 setups or 1 or 2 setups for today, because today's Friday and usually everybody just waits for the NFP, and after NFP period they are out. So between 2 p.m. and 3:30, 2 p.m. to 3:30, I'm going to be looking for some opportunities to actually trade. Once it gets to 5 p.m., then all setups we're going to be closing out for the week, because by that time the market would have closed out its volatility for the day. Okay, so I want to use this video to say huge thank you to every one of you for getting on the live today. We go harder, right? We go harder. We do what we know how to do best. Yes, next time. Yes. All the way up, guys. Don't stop until you get to the top. Thank you for joining the live stream.
Recording stopped.